Dr. Urban here, exploring the diabetes-cancer connection and offering 2 practical suggestions for avoiding these 2 conditions. There is a golfing expression which says you drive for show and putt for dough. This means some things are more important than others. When it comes to the type 2 diabetes-cancer connection, where do we start? Applying the golfing analogy, let's start with 2 things that may give the most bang for the buck. A huge combined study from around the world revealed that elevated blood sugar can lead to cancer. An elevated fasting blood sugar level is a sign of prediabetes, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, belly fat accumulation, insulin resistance, and much more. If you know you have an elevated fasting blood glucose level, a common test, you are at risk for both type 2 diabetes, cancer, plus the many manifestations of metabolic syndrome. Thus, by simply knowing if you have a high blood sugar level, you are on your way to lowering your risk of diabetes, cancer, etc. Elevated blood sugar levels increase oxidative stress throughout the body. Prediabetes is a condition where elevated blood sugar levels precede type 2 diabetes, makes you 50% more likely to develop cancer. Yikes! In the current American culture, the most reliable way to lower your blood sugar level is with a low-carb diet. Listen to this: eating 3 low-carb meals within a 24-hour period can lower your post-meal insulin resistance by a whopping 30%. Along the way, if you should take simple vitamin B3 as found in a multivitamin, this helps lower blood sugar as well. If you consume the so-called standard American diet, you're missing vital nutrients from fruits and vegetables that are beneficial while eating harmful ingredients like high fructose corn syrup. What's the takeaway? You should get your fasting blood sugar level checked so you know what it is. It is estimated that 50% of Americans will become pre-diabetic. Your first pushback is to find out your fasting blood glucose level. Don't leave your doctor's office without knowing your fasting blood glucose level. You could already have a fasting blood glucose level on file. Call the doctor's office or have it added to your next blood test. 25 years ago, I accidentally learned that I was pre-diabetic through a routine insurance physical where the blood results were lying on the doctor's desk in full view. I noticed the blood sugar level, but the doctor did not mention that I was pre-diabetic or my blood sugar was in the pre-diabetic range. The same thing could be happening to you. I am still pre-diabetic, but I have beaten the odds so far and have not developed type 2 diabetes, a miserable condition. So, do you have a pre-diabetes treatment plan? Since you have a 50% chance of becoming pre-diabetic, you can also add an anti-cancer component by going on a low or lesser carb diet with supplemental vitamin B3. This is a reasonable starting point for all of you with an elevated fasting blood glucose level. Consistently cut back on your carbs and begin to study the effects of elevated blood sugar and what other things you can do to lower your blood sugar. The internet is full of useful information. If you are not working on a low-carb diet, whatever else you are doing will likely not give you the most bang for the buck. I recently published a video called Wheat and Diabetes, which reveals a small slice of the information you might be able to use as you form your pre-diabetic and anti-cancer strategy. So, take vitamin B3, which I would recommend in a multivitamin form. Lower those carbs consistently and progressively. Subscribe to my channel as I will be discussing this topic and others as more information comes in. In the description below this video is a link to my video, Wheat and Diabetes. Take a look at the video, leave a like, and subscribe to my channel. The diabetes-cancer connection is established. Push back starting with your blood sugar knowledge and begin a low-carb diet. Best wishes, Dr. Urban. As always, before you change your medical regimen, consult with your healthcare providers.